right, here's Daisy. She is, I want to say 1.5. You hopefully saw her yesterday with my down session, and I don't want to do the same thing over and over, not even with the dog. So my plan is here to prepare to teach her how to stand. I discovered that she is super sensitive, touching her belly, which I normally do to induce mechanically the standing behavior. So my goal here is to condition her to feel that the touching of her belly is not really any reason to be submissive. It's actually a reason to be active and expect some food to come her way. So the thing is about this, to be prepared properly, that we want to apply the negative in terms of touching her belly first and then present the food. Don't do anything uncomfortable to the dog and then in presence of the treat or the reward, because it could backfire at you badly in terms of presenting the food and then do something uncomfortable. That would mean that whatever you did is connected with the treat, or the treat is connected with something uncomfortable. So important sequence is that discomfort is applied, let's say, call it that way, and then the reward is presented, or the treat, or the motivator, whatever you want to call it. Don't do it the other way around, to where the treat is presented and then discomfort is applied. That would definitely shadow badly on the presentation of the reward. So let's see where we're at. I'm just touching it. She doesn't have to do anything. Just touching her belly. I know she is she's locking up. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just touching it and feed her, pairing the touch of the belly with something desirable, something positive. So let's do that again. Oh, wow. She already responded to a slight touch by giving into the contact, which is great. I have spent one session on the subject before. Unfortunately, the recording didn't work out, so due to technical issues. So let's do it again. Excellent. I don't even push. I just touch it, and she lifts her back body up. Perfect. I don't push. So now what I'm trying to do here is to actually reinforce her in a standing position instead of her sitting back down and then reinforce it. So I want to directly connect, touching it, getting up, and getting fed while she's standing up, not sitting. Very good. Wow, perfect. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to apply some very slight electric stimulation right before I touch the bottom of her belly. And the stimulation is going to turn off as soon as she gives into my touch, into my contact, standing up, and then we're going to proceed with giving the reward for the behavior of standing up. So I turn the stim on, reach, she gets up, stim is off, and we feed. All right, I'm on a very low stimulation level. I hit the button, let it go. Touch the button, hold it down, gets up, button is released, standing up, feeding. You see that she is still trying to sit down after I give up on the touch, and I just got to make sure that the actual engagement into the reward is happening in a standing position. That would be perfect. So again, I'm holding a button down, gets up, button is released, and I feed. Perfect. We're creating behaviors right now, so there's no words necessary, or it would even be dangerous to use any words to be connected with the wrong behavior. So we only label behaviors once we have them with a word. So button down, gets up, very well. Button down, touch, get up, feed. Good girl. Button down, touch, freezes up, no problem, but no reward. Button down, gets up, feed. If that doesn't work at some point where the dog is not clearly getting the idea what to do, then just let it go, release the stim. You get nowhere with it. So you present the right repetitions of button down, easily getting up just by touching, not pulling or pushing, and reward. Button down, perfect. So now the next repetition, I'm going to hold her with my hand to really make sure she gets reinforced while she is standing. Come here. Button down, standing up, holding the contact, and feed. Button down, touch, hold, feed. Button down, touch, standing up, feed. I'm just helping her to stand up, standing up, to have the opportunity to clearly feed into the position I want to be feeding into. It's my main phrase, if you haven't heard it before, is behaviors are oriented in the direction reward is coming from. Meaning that if I feed into a sit position, the sit position is going to be understood to be rewarded. So I want her to clearly turn the stim off by standing up with my mechanical inducement, and also getting rewarded in that position and not anything else. Because if I let her sit down afterwards and feed her, she's going to understand, oh, sitting is actually the one that is going to be rewarded. Let's see again. Button down. Wow. Button down already kind of made her stand up. Since her sitting is such a predominant or preferred behavior because it's been rewarded before, it is normal for her to try to sit in order to trigger the ATM machine. So let's see, button down. No? She's freezing. So no payment. Let's see it again. Aha, super easy. Beautiful that I can show you that sometimes if things don't work according to the plan, the dog reacts in a different way. All there is that there's no reward and we just give up and do the next repetition. Let's see. I didn't even touch her. So that's total learning that she feels the stim and she sees me going to reach down there and she's already standing up before I can even make physical contact. That's perfect. I wish we could get to where you see on the camera that I just put I'm going to put my hand down there and she is already predicting the right behavior to turn the stim off and to get rewarded. That'll be the end goal. I don't know if we're gonna get there. Stim. Almost. I barely touched her hair. I didn't touch her skin or pushed on her to induce the behavior of standing up. Super. I hope you saw that I didn't even make contact. Super. Well, that one wasn't as good, but let's see. We have quite a couple left. Super. Still have to touch her. Oh, all right. Next repetition, I'm gonna move very slowly to line up my contact, and maybe I'll be getting a repetition where she, without being touched physically, does the behavior. That would be awesome. It's a matter of patience. Super. I didn't touch. I'm trying to do that a little more pronounced for you to perhaps see whether or not I actually make contact. Daisy. Good girl, the wisp. Yeah, boy. No, not yet. It might take another session. I'm not pushing, it's very slight contact, but a good prediction would be that she sees the situation coming and turns the stim off at an earlier stage, but being physically touched. Daisy, hey. Nope. Still needs the touch. Come here. Nice. Right. That's all we can do for today. Maybe we can pick it up tomorrow and show you really how it progresses to where she understands to turn off the stimulation just by doing that one behavior without being touched physically, just by predicting what's going to happen and what she needs to do in order to turn the stim off. Once we have that, I could put a command or cue to the behavior because it'll be predictable. See you in the next one, hopefully tomorrow.